Alright, so the 2020 NASCAR season has finally come to a close in a year that's felt like it's been 5 years. The season capped off yesterday, or at least at the time of this recording. I'm recording this on November 9th. I'm not sure when the video will be out. But at the time of this recording, Chase Elliott is the 2020 Cup Series champion. Jimmy Johnson finished 5th in his final race. And honestly, what a perfect way to close off the season. With that being said, if you saw MF17's recent video of a collaboration we're doing, we made a deal. He would be reacting to my 2020 predictions, and I will be reacting to his 2020 predictions. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video today, is I'm going to sit down, look at his predictions, and I'm going to react to them. Man, let me tell you, 2020 has been something else. Something that I didn't really expect. You know, pretty much the really sucky virus pandemic pretty much just changed everything, and I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith, as there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, and that'll be a home run, so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'll be putting on this headset again, whether that be for the Reds or my bosses at Fox. This copy pasta is brought to you by whatever's left of my sanity from this year alone. As I mentioned before, so many crazy things have happened, such as the global pandemic and of course the presidential election, to remind us how fucked we are. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at the first prediction. So there's a prediction number 0, and basically like a one-off prediction predicting the Daytona 500 pole sitter, and you predicted it was Chris Buescher. Well, it ended up being the driver who formerly drove the 17, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., but I think Chris Buescher in the near future could be a dual threat on super speedway tracks. Let's see, from prediction number 1, well, okay, we all know how the Clash went. We are farmers, bum, 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 bum. I don't know why, but this race made me laugh my ass off. Let's see, Truck Series, Todd Gilliland. I believe that race was won by Grant Enfinger, but we all know Jordan Anderson should have won that race. Noah Gragson ended up winning the season opener in the Xfinity Series, but Justin Haley's always a dual threat on those tracks, and Justin Haley winning the Daytona 500 would actually be kind of blessed, especially with collab racing. Now it's their first ever Cup race, and for a team that's planning to enter the Cup Series by 2022 when the next gen car rolls around. So I mean, hey, Daytona's a crapshoot. If you're there in the end, you're there in the end. So I actually had to do a little bit of research on Racing Reference for this one. So basically the prediction is, will Chris Buescher have a better average finish in the 17 than he did in the 37? Taking a look at it, in 2019, he had an average finish of 17.8, and in 2020, he had an average finish of 19.6. However, he did win a stage in the Talladega Fall Race. He got 2 top 5s and 8 top 10s, compared to 2019 when he only had 4 top 10s. And he only finished a rank lower in standings than he did last season. I really hope that Chris Buescher can really turn things around there. I think Buescher is a very good driver, and I think he's going to take that 17 car places. Honestly, I can see him stealing a win some point down the road here. Well, Chris Buescher did win the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship back in 2015 with Jack Roush before that number 60 car became cursed. I think Chris Buescher could certainly win a championship. I don't know if it'd be with Roush, but if he was in a team like Hendrick, I think he certainly could. Well, while we had our share of first-time winners in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series season, we didn't see one at Richmond. That race ended up being won by Grant Enfinger. As for the Xfinity race at Martinsville, that race ended up being won by Harrison Burton, who got his first win early in the season, but it was not, this case, it was not his first career win. Fun fact, the last time the Xfinity Series ran at Martinsville, Darrell Waltrip finally got to run the Aaron Stream machine. You know, Ryan Sieg is coming closer and closer to getting his first Xfinity win, and I feel like it's going to happen at some point. I can expect possibly in 2021 that Ryan Sieg might just get his first career win. I mean, he's worked his ass off to get to where he is now, and I think a win is very much deserving for him. Now, looking at Daniel Hemrick, I'm pretty confident that I feel like Hemrick definitely should have won a race. Oh, shit! I said, I think Hemrick is capable of winning a... Oh,
if this hoe don't get off of my car, get off the car, get off! Please! Ow!
Oh, god damn it. Okay, well this didn't go well. Sadly, Daniel Hemrick had a very disappointing season with JRM and did not win a race at all. The poor man, I just want to see him win just one race, and he's craving for it. Well, maybe someday. Oh man, you and me both, MF17, you and me both. I really wanted Jimmy to just get one final win, just one. And he certainly was capable of doing so. I just think he ran into the absolute worst amount of luck ever. But still, on the bright side, Jimmy Johnson did get to go out on his own terms. And he will still be remembered as a guy who won 5 straight championships and 7 overall. And for many more reasons as well. Truly, one of the greatest of all time, and I am so thankful that I got to grow up watching him make the accomplishments that he made. Well, we were not expecting the idea of not even racing at Watkins Glen in 2020, but I am going to give you this one. You know why? Because the race that replaced Watkins Glen, which was the Daytona Road Course, was actually won by Chase Elliott. So hey, I think that counts for something, does it not? Alright, so you got 2 out of 4 of this. This was pretty good. I think looking back when I watched your video of reacting to my predictions, I found out that I had 3 of them down, which I feel pretty good about. Still though, this is a good prediction. I feel like these could have gone different ways as well. I am surprised that Ross Chastain didn't even win a race at all this year. I think part of that might have gone to the fact that there was no practice, no qualifying. I really do feel like some drivers across all 3 circuits got affected by that. You actually got this one down. Number 1, Cole Custer got his first career win at Kentucky Speedway.
A rookie is going to win Kentucky. Can you believe it?
I never would have believed it till now, Mike.
Tyler Reddick ended up finishing 2nd at the first Texas race to his teammate Austin Dillon. And in the 2nd Texas race, Christopher Bell ended up finishing 3rd. So, guess what? Bell and Reddick came close to winning a race, and Custer won a race. I pretty much expected that out of the rookie class. I really thought we had a really good rookie class. Or John Hunter Nemechek getting a win somehow. Okay, listen, to be fair, John Hunter Nemechek almost did win a race. That was the first Talladega race until he got punted. So, let's be fair here. He almost got a win. Unfortunately, Corey LaJoie was only able to muster up a top 10 finish this season. And hopefully he has a ride for next season. I feel confident he will.
What in the Sam hell is this?
Well, I guess you and I are both feeling the pain about our Stuart Friesen predictions. I, for one, actually ended up predicting Stuart Friesen to win the Truck Series Championship, and he didn't even make the playoffs at all. Again, I think that goes back to having no practice, no qualifying. Maybe next season will be better for him. I just suspected that with that KBM support and him switching to Toyota that maybe he would have gone off, but he didn't. Shit. Alright, going back to Racing Reference, Brandon Jones, I believe, from what I counted, he had 6 DNFs, and Riley Herbst had 8 DNFs. So, hey, you got that one down as well. Well, of your Championship 4 predictions for the Truck Series, you at least had 1 of them down, and 3 of them actually ended up making the playoffs. And a lot of people are probably still going to argue that Moffitt probably should have won the championship if it weren't for that late caution. Well, 2 Penske drivers ended up making the Championship 4 in the Cup Series. One of them was not Ryan Blaney. Although, to be fair, I really thought Ryan Blaney would at least get maybe another win or 2 instead of just the 1. I'm hoping here at some point down the road that Ryan Blaney eventually breaks out and gets like 3 or 4 wins in a season. I do think Ryan Blaney has tons of talent. I, for one, also thought Colleague Racing was going to break onto the scene, and they did. I mean, hey, you were pretty close. They got 5 wins this past season. Justin Haley got 3 wins, and AJ Allmendinger got 2 himself. The only downside being that, once again, the shocking part, Ross Chastain not winning a race. No watermelon smashing this year, boys.
But I got a watermelon instead!
Hey, you got one here. William Byron getting his first career win at the regular season finale at Daytona. However, Bubba Wallace did not get his first career win, but I think that's going to change very soon with his move to 2311 Racing. Bubba, and of the drivers that you thought could win in the Xfinity Series for the first time, you did get Harrison Burton down. I admit I was hesitant about Harrison Burton at first, but he's proven that he was better off in an Xfinity car than he was in a truck. Honestly, there were a lot of drivers in the truck series that could have gotten their first career win. You got 3 of the drivers you listed here. You got Sam Meyer, Zane Smith, and the eventual champion, Sheldon Creed. The other first-time winners that ended up happening in the truck series ended up being Rafael Lessard and, ironically enough, Brandon Jones. Unfortunately, Jeremy Clements did not get his second career Xfinity Series win, but that doesn't say he could never get his second career win, especially with more road courses being added on. Who knows? Well, I wasn't expecting Kyle Busch to have the struggling season he did. I didn't expect Martin Truex Jr. to only get 1 win this year either. I felt like Ryan Blaney would have benefited from a crew chief change. He hasn't done bad. He's done fine. Just hopefully he can pick up some more wins because, you know, Keselowski and Logano are outbeating him by a long shot. Kind of like Eric Jones at JGR. Alright, not too bad on the playoff driver prediction for the truck series. I believe you had 7 of those, if I'm correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, pretty close. I mean, the truck series is going to be a bloodbath this year, so it was going to be hard to predict who would make the playoffs, so pretty good. You pointed out that our minds think alike. I guess that seems to be the case. That's pretty cool. We were pretty close on our playoff drivers for the 2020 Xfinity Series as well. I think we both had like 10 or 11 predicted of the 12. The only one that we were really missing was that last one. You had Jeremy Clements, I had Garrett Smithley, and it ended up being Brandon Brown, which, hey, hats off to Brandon Brown. He did a heck of a job this season. I think you and I were pretty close on the Cup Series prediction playoffs as well. Again, not too bad. I mean, could be worse. I had Kyle Larson going to the Championship 4. That looks like that's going to do it for reacting to your predictions. Oh, and also a funny note, I actually, when you reminded me of like the last prediction that I made, that I was going to get credentials, like I did the last 2 years, to the Kentucky Speedway race weekend. I wasn't expecting a pandemic to screw up everything, but hey, I'll at least look forward to going back to next year's Kentucky. Ah, right. Still, all I can say is, save Kentucky Speedway.
Sonic Rules 831.
Shut up!
I know, jeez. Okay, so, hey MF17, it's been great. It's been a great year. It's been great meeting you this year and becoming friends with you, and this was fun. I'm really glad we got to collab on this. You did a fantastic job on your predictions video. Probably better than what I could come up with, but seriously, I hope you enjoy this. And with that, it's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sonic Rules 831. Special thanks to MF17. And I'll see you in the next video.